Hey guys, what's going on? Just making this video to make people aware of the situation we're having with the Blade 350 QX. It's an awesome quad. I love it. I mean, it does everything they say it does. You know, the GPS, the home, easy to fly. It's awesome. I love it. I got mine last Wednesday, the 13th of September, or 18th, I'm sorry, and I've been having a blast with it. The only problem that I found is that the props seem to break out of just nowhere. I had one little incident last weekend when I was playing around with it. Okay, I said, okay, maybe it's something I did, I might have hit something, I don't know. So I changed them all out. Okay, 2 nights ago I was flying and the prop, as you can see right here, I guess this would be the front right here. The front left one, as I was coming home, I was flying at nighttime, it was 1 o'clock in the morning, I was goofing off, whatever, testing it out. And all of a sudden, this prop flew off. And my quad fell maybe, I don't know, good 70 feet. Thank God it landed between 2 houses. Didn't hurt anybody, didn't land on anybody's car. And, I was like, what the hell? These are brand new props. I checked it. Every time I fly now, I check them because they seem to get a crack right between the housing and the blade, right there. As you see, this one broke. This is the third one, but the second one broke in the same area and the same side. So thank God I didn't have my GoPro. I was thankful that I got it back. Then I went ahead and I changed the props. I checked the other ones. The other ones seemed good. I was like, maybe I should change them. But you know what? They seemed fine, so I left them. This morning, I flew out in front of my house. After I figured, I'm sorry, the landing gear had broke on one side. And I cracked. This was cracked, so it wasn't broken all the way, so I epoxied it. So this morning, I flew, I tested. I noticed that the Smart wasn't working correctly, and they said that I would have to recalibrate the compass, the sensor. That's the one that's on the landing gear down there. The home worked fine, the blue mode worked fine, and I called Horizon this morning and I told them what had happened. So they went out and sent out new parts, new house, new body, new props. And I spoke to a guy named Todd and I asked him, are people having this issue? Because I've seen on YouTube that people are having this same issue. A guy in UK had the same issue. A couple other people. There's a guy who has a video right now that was flying with his GoPro. I mean, it just snapped. And he almost landed in the water. Thank God he didn't, because he would have lost a camera as well. And the guy from Horizon said no, that he hasn't heard of this issue happening, which I can't believe that's not true. Well, that is true. And so like, all right, whatever. So they sent me new parts. And after I hung up with them, I went to a job. I do plumbing for a living, so I went to a job site. I wanted to show it off, say, hey, come check out this this quad. It does this, it does that. So I set it up, I take off, and 2 minutes into the flight, I'm hovering over a tree, and all of a sudden, bam, the same thing happens again. The same side snaps off. And this time, when it landed, it broke off completely. Again, messed up the landing gear. This time, it messed up the landing gear, kind of yanked it off of there, kind of almost. And the front was broken. Actually, in the first one, the front got messed up, but I fixed it. So I call Horizon again. I got the same guy, Todd, and I told him, hey man, this is something wrong over here. I was so pissed about the whole deal. I didn't want to ruin my whole weekend over this. I said, I know it's a great quad. It's just there's an issue with it, and you know, I don't know, maybe it's just the props need to be a little stronger in this area. And so they said send it back so they could investigate to see if they could see what has happened, why it's happening. And I went and bought another one because, you know, I've been having a blast with it. It's an awesome thing. It's just, that's the only thing that I find wrong with it is the prop. The props seem to be giving out for some reason. And it's not because the screws are over tightened or nothing, because first of all, never tighten the screws all the way. Just snug them and make sure you don't have no play on these, because all the screw does is hold it from coming out, and the shaft is what keeps everything centered. So I did ask him, is there a certain way we should tighten them or put them down? He said, no, just make sure you snug them good. Make sure there's no play in between the props. But just want to let everybody know, just be careful. I got my GoPro. I'm going to do a test flight. This is going to be my second flight, and I put a GoPro on it. I'm afraid to even put it on there anymore because, thank God, I didn't have it on this one when it lost the prop. So, all right, guys, I'll keep you guys updated, and if anything happens, I will make another video and let you guys know. Either way, I'll make another video and let you guys know how everything went. All right. Any questions, just submit them there, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. All right? Peace.